It's your boy Young Cantu coming in with a fight review. I just saw my boy Ryan, King Rye, The Flash, The Phenom, Garcia take care of business tonight against Francisco Fonseca. He stopped him in the first round with a sensational left hook that paralyzed Francisco Fonseca. What a performance from Ryan Garcia. He's starting to make a true name for himself and becoming synonymous with these sensational first round knockout performances. I mean, you got to give the kid credit. He's developed into a star and he's just getting started. I am thoroughly impressed with Garcia's performance tonight. Once again, he stops Francisco Fonseca with a left hook that floored Fonseca. Fonseca was floored on his back with his eyes were looking straight into the abyss, man. Like, he was out, dude. It was like one of those performances that it's electrifying, and it never ceases to amaze you what this guy can do. And he's got that punching power that can paralyze guys, that Deontay Wilder, like, the fight's over type power, type punching. And there's been a lot of critics of Ryan Garcia, and a lot of people on the internet have called Ryan out for challenging Tank Davis. People have said, oh, Ryan can't compete with Tank. Ryan's a little kid. Ryan can't hang with Tank's power. Tank's too much of a dog for him. Tank's too slick, too smart. Hey, bro, I'm just going to go off top, man. And you could call me Bice. You could call me whatever. I'm from Southern California. I'm Latino. So is Ryan Garcia. If that's what you want to equate my support for him to, that's fine. But I'm going to go right and say, I think Ryan Garcia beats Gervonta Tank Davis. Yeah, you heard it here first. I think he beats Gervonta Tank Davis. If you've seen both of these fighters' last two performances, Gervonta Tank Davis struggled with a guy with 1 foot. An old veteran in Gamboa he struggled with, who had a torn Achilles for basically 10 of the 12 rounds. And this kid Ryan Garcia stops his former opponent in the first round. Tank had taken Fonseca, I believe, 8 rounds before he stopped him. Ryan Garcia gets him out of there in the first. And you know why I would pick Ryan over Gervonta Tank Davis? It's not no knock on Tank. I know he's a good ass fighter. Trust me, I respect Tank Davis as a fighter. But people don't account for the fact that Ryan Garcia, he would have the length advantage, and to some extent he would definitely have the quickness and the reflex advantage over Tank Davis. And I think that Ryan has that whipping type flash, like it comes out of nowhere, like it's a whipping type power. It hits you within an instant. It's like electrifying, and that's something you can't prepare for. You can't replicate in sparring. Ryan Garcia is a special talent. He's only getting better, and I'm a believer of him now. I wasn't a believer of him completely at first. I still feel like he needed to develop and he needed to raise his level of opposition. But I think he's done that, and I think he's gradually climbed the ladder in the professional ranks, and Golden Boy's doing a good job at getting him the right fights, the right exposure. He's obviously a great presence on social media, so he has the following. He has the backing, the support, the promotion, the people behind him. So, everything's in the works for this guy to be a great champion in the future, and a lot of people believe he's going to make that step to becoming a world champion here in 2020. Now, Ryan won by first round knockout, and Jorge Linares, a guy who Golden Boy has openly said that they're looking to match him up with Ryan, had a nice knockout performance over Carlos Morales as well. So all roads lead to a May 5th weekend fight between Ryan Garcia and Jorge Linares. It's a good fight considering Linares looks pretty good in his fight tonight. He stopped his opponent and he kind of revitalized himself as a professional veteran. That's gonna be a good fight. I think Linares is crafty. I think he's got some savvy moves as a veteran. I think he'll test Ryan. But right now, Ryan is surging. He's got so much momentum, and he's only getting better. He's still young, man. He's barely developing his man strength and growing into that frame that he has. He's gonna move up, man. He's gonna eventually grow into being a true welterweight. Once again, just a sensational performance by Ryan Garcia. I'm thoroughly impressed by the young cat. He got Francisco Fonseca out of there in the first round with a stunning left hook that floored Fonseca. Fonseca was out. There's nothing more I can say. I'm a big fan of Ryan's, but I needed to see some things for him to actually say I believe in him. And now I really believe in the kid. He's got 2 first-round knockouts in his last 2 fights, where, especially against Duno. Duno was supposed to be a test for him, but it turned out to be his quickest work. Now this stoppage of Fonseca doesn't come as a surprise to me. I believed he was going to get Fonseca out of there. I expected him to get Fonseca out of there. But the fashion in which he does it still doesn't cease to amaze me and amaze the fans that he has. When you get a fighter who knows how to put on a performance that everybody likes, knockouts, right? It's not if you win. It's not if you win. It's how you win. And obviously, this kid knows how to win, and the fashion in which he wins is something that captures the imaginations of fans. And people like me actually now feel I think he could compete with the top of the top at lightweight right now. Ryan Garcia is good enough to compete with any lightweight in the world. I'm not saying he beats Teofimo Lopez. I'm not saying he beats a Devin Haney, but I think he beats Gervonta Tank Davis. I think he beats Tank Davis. So, look, Ryan's quickness and Ryan's snappy whipping power, his reflexes, his speed. Tank Davis ain't seen nothing like that, man. His length, everything, man. It'll be a good ass fight, I'll say that. But I would pick Ryan to beat him. I have enough confidence in what I've seen from Ryan to say, honestly, that I think he could beat Gervonta Tank Davis, considering Tank Davis's last performance. Tank Davis didn't look special in his last fight. I'm not trying to shit on Tank Davis, but I believe Ryan beats him, bro. That's just what it is. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. But I think Ryan Garcia beats Tank Davis because he's got quicker reflexes and he has something that not too many people are born with, and that's that knockout power, that whipping. It's a different type of knockout power. Like it's like a torquey, like whipping type power that just catches guys off guard. And if he's so accurate in pinpointing his punches, he shoots that whipping left hook right on the temple. If he hits a homeboy on the temple, he's out, bro. And we've seen it in his last 2 fights. If he hits Gervonta Tank Davis with one of those whipping hooks, you best believe homeboy's gonna get shook up, man. So that's a good ass fight. Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. I really hope the PBC side and Mayweather and them really come to the table and try to make this fight happen, because they talked Tank Davis up as the big draw, and he's definitely a popular fighter, but we want to see him in with the top opposition, guys like Ryan Garcia, guys like Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko. And if you ain't fighting those guys or finding a way to fight those guys, then at the end of the day, it's a lot of hype, man. We got to see you in there with them. And Ryan Garcia wants to make the fight happen. So Golden Boy and Mayweather Promotions got to make this fight happen. It's a big money fight. They could put it on pay-per-view. People are going to buy it. Tank Davis is a popular fighter. There's no question that Ryan is a popular fighter. So Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia is the fight to make. But for the immediate, it looks like Ryan's going to take on Jorge Linares. And that's about it, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in, listening to my take on this. Ryan Garcia, once again, putting on a sensational performance. I've been covering Ryan Garcia since he was 19. So I've covered him for the last 2.5, 3 years. And I got to see him kind of come up I was at his fight right before the Canelo Triple G first fight. He fought on a smaller card the night before in Vegas. And I had heard about him, and I was like, this guy Ryan Garcia, he's supposed to be some spectacular knockout guy. And sure enough, man, he got his opponent out in the first round that day, just like he did tonight, man. And crazy thing is, like, he doesn't lose any type of steam, man. He's just continuing the momentum and his surge to the top at lightweight. It's your boy Young Cantu. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Subscribe to our channel if you're not already subscribed. We've got some new content out. I just dropped an interview with Deontay Wilder's trainer JD's as I was in Tuscaloosa last Monday to go see if I can talk to the camp. Good interview. Check that out. That's on my latest video. It's your boy Young Cantu. Stay up. Ryan Garcia once again puts on a sensational one-punch knockout performance by stopping Francisco Fonseca with a left hook in the first round. Stay tuned.